Yeah, you're so confident and no one can stop you. So you've come this far. This is module 3 of Get to Know Your Software. And so this episode will have us explore the last part of this Pixellab. So here is where we are dealing with now. All right, we're dealing with this part. We're dealing with this particular area, of course. So now, since we have done a particular design, and so let's see if we can still restore that other thing we did the other time. Okay, I hope we can find it. I hope we can find it. I hope we can find it. Okay, we can. So let's just work with this. So when you tap on my project shows you everything you have ever done on your Pixellab since you opened it and started using it for project. So here you can see now I changed my phone some time ago, and so but then these are some of the designs I've worked on, all on Pixellab. All right. So here your project shows you all of the designs you've worked on. So if you are just new with Pixellab or you've not started working on any design, this is going to be as plain as a mountain. You're not going to find anything here. All right. So let's just go to next one. So you can see default. Now this shows you when you just slide like this. All right. Remember we're actually starting from this point now. This is what we're working with majorly. So project is under this area. So you see default thing. So you can see different default designs, as you can see in your Pixellab here. All right, which of course I don't have business here. I don't use it, so I don't know. So it's just there. All right, can call it presets. All right, but just there. So the major thing here is the project. So let's move on to the next part, which is showing a. All right, now for this particular one, I would like to actually, so you can see layers. There's no layer here, so it's as empty as a plane. So let's just work with any project we have here, so I can be able to explain this to you. All right. So let me work with something like this. And this is the study. I don't know. Okay. Okay. Let's use what we're using before. All right. So we got this. Now watch this. When you tap on the A, and please pay close attention here. I need your attention here. Let me zoom out. All right. Okay, let's put it this way. So when you see this A icon here, if you are used or close to anything tech, you should already know that is talking about text. That is letters, words, text, words, text. So anything text, anything written, anything to be typed, all right, is going to be under this particular area called A. So check my screen right now. All right, check the screen right now. Everything text is going to be under this particular area. You can see. Now, I have not highlighted anything on the screen. So when I tap on A, you would only see it show text and quotes. All right. But the moment I tap on anything text, the options will change. Notice that. Just watch the screen. All you need to do for now is just watch the screen. Pay close attention. Don't be distracted. So once I tap on any text, the options will change. So if I do not tap on any text, you will see only text and quotes. Once I tap on any text like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, these are all texts. All right, these are all texts. You would notice the options will change, and you would see something like edit delete, copy, front, back, position, blah 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 blah. Now this is the major work. So let's just start right away. So first you see styles, all right, which is browse or save. You don't need those ones. The next thing you want to go to is to edit. So is it word or you want to write word actually? So you're able to edit that. You can see from word right to word. It depends on you. That's the edit. So you're able to either remove or add to your text. So the next is delete. So you don't want that thing anymore. It was a mistake and you don't want it anymore. You just tap on delete. All right. So that's how that works. So the next is draw. Sorry. The next is front. Now to explain front, I will do something now and I will just let you see it as I use it. Now look at your screen. I will zoom this out so you can see properly. All right. Now look at this. You will see this yellow label, all right, that I'm rotating right now is under at the back of two texts which are free and access. So once I tap on free and I tap on back, it will go to the back and you won't see it anymore. The same thing for access, back. I'm tapping here now. Just need you to pay attention to the screen. All right, I'm tapping on this part now. All right, so if I want them to come back to the top, I would tap. I would either use two ways to bring them to the front. Two ways. Number one is to actually tap on this shape itself and tap on back, which will bring them to the front. But I'm going to be altering something here because as much as free and access are on top, the label itself is on top of the shape, on top of the picture here. As you can see, my picture is here, the label is on top, so that's not going to be the proper way to do that. So let's do the ideal way. Tap on labels, which is this one here. All right, you tap on labels and you scroll down because you've sent to the back, so you find both of them here, free and access. So to bring them to the front, just tap on this part. All right, just tap on this part like this and tap on this edit like you can see here. Okay, so let me make this easier for you. So tap here and you would notice these two icons here. You can see these two icons under the color button. So one is front, one is back. You can see it's on the front already, and this is what front. You can see both of them. All right, so that's how it works. That's how it works. That's how it works. Front, back, front, back, front, back, front, back, front, back, front. That's how it works. So let's move on to the next thing, which is the position. So the position, we're still on text, do not forget. So once you tap on text, the icons will be highlighted. Blue, blue. So this is text free. Then you can see position. So do I want the position to be here or actually on top, or I want the access to be down and then the free to be up? You know, it just depends on what you really want to work with. So the position can be like this: access free or free access. Depends. So it's just the movement. So the position helps you move them. So here shows how fast you want it to move. If you want to move very slowly, you take it to 2 and make it faster, 5, make it faster, 11 or 10, and make it faster, 20, and it goes runs like this. So of course this is a no-brainer. This will take you, all right, this will take you to the side, the top, and the bottom. So it's just like that. All right. So the next thing, still tapping on the text. The next thing you will see is relative position. Now, relative position is very interesting because it tells you exact positions to put them. So here is going to take you to the center. All right, the center. While this to the center right, sorry, center right, center left, center top, center bottom. This is top. Sorry, this is bottom left. All right, bottom left. This is bottom right. This is top bottom. Sorry, I mean top right. Then top left. This is center. All right. Or this is center top, center bottom. All right, mid center. Do you understand? So that's how it works. So it just gives you a direct and exact one instead of you trying to move it and looking for the center. You are centralizing it like this. So that's that about that. Then the next thing, okay, um, I need to fix this now. All right, all right. This is to just okay. Sorry about that, and I will just try to pause this now while I fix that. All right, so we continue the video right now, and so yes, we're talking about the text, and we stopped at the relative size. So for this, sorry, relative position. So here T is for the size. You can increase the size, how big you want it to be. You can use the plus button. You can use the minus button to reduce it. All right. So it's all about what you want and how you want it to look like. All right. So you can still move it manually anyway. All right. You can still increase by dragging at the edge. All right. So the next thing here is the padding. So, okay, as you grow in your use of Pixellab, you actually understand this better. All right, so the padding is not so a serious feature, but let me explain this just so you get it. Now, watch this. Certain fonts, all right, let me do something like this. Now, watch this particular font. This about, so let me copy it. Now, this is one without pad, and I'll use this with padding, all right. So, certain fonts, now not all fonts, but certain fonts, or when you type out a text, do not always bring out all part of the text. Let me say that again. When you type with certain fonts, some parts of the text don't actually always show because of the nature of the font. So one way to beat that is to ensure you pad the text. And what do you need to do? Add a space at the beginning of that particular text. So watch this. Just tap on edit and move your cursor here. Tap on plus. What did you notice? It's still the same about, but then a part of this that was hidden is now seen. Okay, let me zoom that to your face so that you can see the difference. So this is a padded text and this is a text that has not been padded. So when you pad the text by adding a space in the front, that will come out. So that's that about that. So I hope you get it. And so let me just move on to the next thing here. So you can pad a text to the right, all right. You can pad a text to the left, all right, by giving a space. Do you see that? This is what padding is about. Right now, not many persons who use Pixellab know these things, and that's why you're lucky to be learning this from me actually. So you notice the same for T, all right, the same for T. The text is also padded because not all part of the T is actually showing. But when you tap on the padding, you can increase the side, and every other part of it would show. Did you get that? You can see the T is very long, but before this is what we have. But when you pad it, you show every part of it. So that's how it all works. Knowledge is very, very key, right? Knowledge is very key. So you see that, and we're cool. So that's padding. So for color, all you just need to do is add your colors, change your colors, do whatever it is you want to do around Pixellab. So that's that for Pixellab. The text for color for texture. So let me use a bigger text to explain this one. Now look at this. This is virginity, right? Okay. If you do not want to use a color for this and you want to use a picture to be inside, okay, I was too fast. Take it back. Take it back. All right. So you tap on texture and you see something like no texture selected, just quiet. So texture can either be anything, a picture. Okay, let me check my download. So we have a texture there and we can use that. All right. So you have something like download. And this is a texture. This is a texture. These backgrounds are textures, So let's just use this one. Let's use this. Let's use this. And so you can crop out any part of the picture you don't want. You can work on if you want the center, just this swiping area, this sliding area, and you go like this, so you can see that. Nice, right? That's how it all works. So the design looks brilliant now. So just saying virginity red, and you can make it like this. You can use a picture inside the text, and so this is what texture looks like. So you can actually enable this, change this if you want it this way. You can adjust it, you can do something nicer. You can just go like this. So largely it all depends on you and what you want. Do you understand? So that's how it works basically. If you do not want it anymore, tap on delete, or let's tap undo so we can have that. So the next is opacity. You want it to be dim. You don't want it to be too bright for whatever reason you have. So like you can see the background I used the other time. I made it very for something like this. It's blurry already. So you make it blurry by you do opacity. If you want to make it bold, you can do this. So opacity is what gives it that effect that makes it very, very, very low. It appears very faintly, right? So the next is color filters. Now let me use a picture for the color filters. I actually used this earlier on, but I would like to explain it again and show you how it works. Now let me copy this picture and I want to show you something amazing. Now watch this. Okay, okay, okay. Am I not moving too fast? Oh, I'm moving too fast. Sorry, we've not got here. We've not got here. We're still on text, right? A. So where did we stop? We stopped at opacity. So let's go to rotate. So you can rotate this, rotate this, rotate this. The next is you can mask. Okay, let me use a singular text so we can show that you can mask away some part of this. All right, so you have something like virginity, and you can just cut out this part as an effect. All right, you can make it out. So let's just do something like that. Now this can be in, all right, and you have something like this, and you just go like you broken virginity. So this can be a good title, a good inspiration for a good book title, broken virginity, something like this. So it's just so creative, and you can use to create some nicer effects for your designs. So say something like this, like it's broken and it has to be adjusted. Okay, so another thing about the mask here is it's very interesting because you can use different effects. You can just like the bazaar we saw the other time, you can use this, you can just do your stores this way. It all depends on you, you know. You can just shift it anyhow you like. So just explore to get all of those areas. But that's the major thing you need to know about the maxing. Now for the font. So let's just go back to our default font. So we have this. So for fonts, you can tap on font and you have a plethora of fonts to select from. These are the inbuilt fonts, but here are my fonts. So if you got this course, I want to believe that you will get the course on how to install fonts as well. If you do not, you need to recheck your course pack or check back with whoever shared this with you. But I want to believe you bought it from me or one of my students sold it to you or something. So just reach out to me or whoever you got this course through. Let them get you the course on how to install fonts into your Pixellab. So these are my fonts. Endless, right? So let's these are recent, and then that's that. So for the style, you can make this bold. It's already bold, so it cannot be emboldened. All right, you can italicize it, you can underline it, depending. But it's capital letter already, so it's not cool to underline anymore. All right, but this can be underlined. You can see that for most was underlined. All right, then which other thing? So that's that about that basically. So for curve, you can just do something like this. Okay, let's use this. You can curve in you can make the font curve. You can curve the font like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, whichever way you want. All right, it's all about you. It's all about you. It's your style. It's what you want. Now for the background here, there's a separate course on this. So maybe if you got this, if you're watching this video when you got it from the main It's My Brain course, you will actually get access to a video that will teach you this separately, this background. All right. However, if you got this separately as probably if in the flyer design course or in the ebook design course or something, you would really just have to get that particular course. But basically, this is the explanation. Here is simple. That is, if you notice this ones, you would see. Okay, sorry, I guess this was manipulated at that time. So let's just have it back. Let's just have it back. Let's have it back. I know most was the last word there. Okay. Uh-huh. So it was this way before. Yeah, I get it. All right. So now basically if you actually want to do this, what many people do is that they type something like this. Um you type world, and then you now create okay, you make it black, then you now create a shape like this which is white, then you place it underneath. All right, that's what many persons do. All right, that's what many persons do. Meanwhile, if you have this feature, this T here, you can easily beat that without creating a shape. All right, so you just have to tap on background, you enable it, make it white, adjust it this way, 8 8. All right, you reduce this, make it moderate, and you're cool. So that's how this works basically. And you're able to move it together with the text. So you have the text with the background and without creating an extra shape on it. So that's how it works basically. But to get it better, you would have to practice on that. So yeah, we're almost done for the texts. And so what we have here remaining is what? The align. You can align this to the center right or justify. Alright. You can space it out this way. You can space it out this way. Then you can make it half stroke like this. You can make it half stroke like this if you want to. So for shadow, okay, the background is black. So let's go back to that idea we used at that time. Okay, so let me do this so that you will get. All right, so you can have this. You can make this have shadows, like you can see already. Then you can blur it out, okay, like this, like this, like this, like this. Just play around it so it can be inner shadow. All right, you work around this and all of that. It can be embossed. So the emboss is just an interesting feature. All right. However, if you have to zoom it sometimes, it can be very funny. Depends on your phone. All right. So emboss is just a way of making it look dazzling and more beauty, more decorative actually. All right. So it's a way of making your text decorative, but you really don't need it always. So for perspective, let me use this for perspective. All right, so we're still on A, which is the text. All right, so for these, you can decide to put it on and you just go this way, go this way. It's just to change the look, the perspective of your design. All right, so something like this, as though it's on the ground, as though it's on the ground, as though it's on the ground. So you can do something like this. Alright. So that's how it works basically. So just work, practice. I believe you practice more on this and you would see how this works better. So for you can see from this we now have this. It's still the same font. So 3D rotates. Now this is different from perspective because the shape is not different, it's just being bent. You can rotate this way, you can put it this way. It just depends on you. All right, then 3D text. All right, you can make it like this. All right, the depth, you can even rotate it as well, this way. You can rotate it this way. Just depends on excuse me please. So just walk around this to give yourself a nice design or nice result, I mean. All right, it's just you, it's just what you want, it's just what you want, it's just what you want. All right, it's just what you want. So play around it for 3D. Okay, the depth can be like this. If you choose oblique, it can be like this. Just all about your choice. So walk around it, and that's that about the text. So for shadow, it's going to have a shadow. Let's put it here so you can see. All right, so that's that about that. The text has a shadow, and for reflection you can have something like this. All right, so reflection is also blurred. However, so just to give you a nicer touch, you can see that. So that's that. For that, on the text, you can see all of these are under A, reflection, shadow, blah 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 blah. So that's that about that. You may need to watch this video again so you understand this whole area. So let's move on to the next part, which is the shape. All right. Now, normally, I will not have actually explained this so much, but I need you to understand it basically so you can understand how each of them works. Because once you master these tools, other things will fall in place for you. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the other episode.